It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I love that funky beats that takes us back into the wild. Now, this is one of my favorite quotes, I think, from any movie. It's a dangerous business going out your door. You step onto the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing where you might be swept off to. This famous quote, of course, from Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien, is at the core of today's topic. Coming up over the next couple of weeks, the Mother City hosts the first Cape Town Adventure Film Festival, showcasing some truly awe-inspiring, incredible, beautiful adventure documentaries. There are so many out there, and these are the cream of the crop. Now, to tell us a little bit more about it, one of the organisers, James Hallett. James, welcome to it.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks for having me.
This is very exciting. We obviously are blessed on the show to be able to meet so many filmmakers, documentarians, adventurers, and it's just amazing to me that there is still so much to be discovered on this beautiful planet. What is this festival all about? What's the vibe here?
So essentially, the Cape Town Adventure Film Festival was born out of, I'd like to say, over a couple of beers in the pub. It was actually
like most great things.
A cup of tea in the office. But I actually partnered with a local production company called Black Bean Productions, and the sort of conversation that we had was, well, you know, what is this platform? Is there a platform that exists for guys to showcase core adventure film, whether it be adventure, sport, travel, lifestyle, conservation, environmental activism, etc.? And we kind of looked around, and there are a few that obviously come in as international film festivals. There's the touring one that comes in from Canada, from Banff. We felt there was nothing for locals, so we wanted to really hone in on the local film genre, the adventure film genre, and focus in on them. And that's really where it was born. That was end of last year, and we really just rallied to get it going.
Well, I'm sure the filmmakers themselves are so excited to have this platform as well, because I think when you start dealing with the fringe formats of film, often they don't get the mass, and that's not why people do it. I don't think they don't go out and adventure for the commercial element of it, but it needs that platform. So what is the drive now? It feels like we've returned to this old school lust for adventure. What is driving more people to go out and explore and do this?
I think we, you know, at the core of any human, not even just South Africans, but the core of human is to just go out and explore and be adventurous and discover new things. So that's really kind of the underlying, behind any of these films that are produced locally, internationally, there's always some kind of level of exploration or adventure or something that they want to achieve or something that they want to create through what they're doing. So
demons to slay, man.
some guys also slave to the pain. You know, a lot of these guys, like that photo you just saw, the guy pushing his bike through the snow. They're obviously guys who are just driven to create content that is inspirational.
They need to be pushing themselves clearly, and their bikes. I know there are a myriad of fantastic films coming out. Can you list a few that jump off the page for you?
Yeah, so we've got a selection of longer feature films, which we're going to go into a little bit later. But some of the shorter films, we've got a film about the origins of base jumping in South Africa, which is a very, very exciting film. This international production is a British guy who cycles through the Yukon. We've got two films actually from Black Bean Productions, which are very focused on environmental issues that we faced with, specifically in Central Africa. So we've got a wide variety of action, adventure, lifestyle, adventure conservation as well.
I was going to say a bit of conscience thrown in there as well, but I love this, the fact that we can still inspire ourselves through these stories, but we can take nothing away from what these filmmakers put themselves through to create that little moment of magic. So we're going to get into some of the headline features. And James, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for doing this, man. I think really servicing the industry as well. We'll continue our discussion in a moment.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
So today we're focusing on the upcoming Cape Town Adventure Film Festival. Sounds amazing, along with organizer James Hallett, who is an adventurer himself. And I think one of the highlights on this schedule seems to be, judging by the buzz, the premiere of a visual masterpiece called Mountain. Take a look.
To those who are enthralled by mountains, their wonder is beyond all dispute. To those who are not, their allure is kind of madness. What is this strange force that draws us upwards? This siren song of the summit. Mountains are so much more than a challenge or an adversary to be overcome. At height, you can be taken right to the brink.
And breathe. Well, having the voice of Willem Dafoe thrown into the mix there, I was going to ask you, like, who's commentating, who's the... but just the visuals alone, buddy. How does that make you feel before you even tell us what the film is about? I can see you buzzing, right?
There's probably like 1,000 venture addicts here in Cape Town who are like itching to see that. They have been itching to see that for ages. It's literally been... It was released at the beginning of last year. And I've just been inundated with like, hey, when is this coming? Are we going to get this? Are we going to see this? And
so this is quite a coup getting it for the festival.
Yeah, you know, this is a South African premiere, so this is an international production.
Wow.
It's been supported by Screen Australia. Very much an international cast, an international cinematography group of guys behind the filmmaking. It's really quite a production. It took us about 8 or 9 months to negotiate.
Just get it done. Never mind the deals behind it. Just the making of this. What goes into create? Look at the dynamism. You know, from the minute to the massive.
Yeah.
How do you?
So essentially, I mean, this film Mountain is really focusing on mountains and what that summit means to adventure enthusiasts and that allure to wanting to, you know, reach that summit. Whether it be a 2,000 meter summit or an 8,000 meter summit, it is an allure for people. And this film really kind of wraps that together in a very cinematic way. Willem Dafoe, the narrator, you heard the orchestral music in the background. That's been done by the Australian Chamber Orchestra. So, and an original score at that as well. So an amazing kind of contrast between this ruggedness and this very subtle, sublime orchestral music that kind of molds it and shapes it. The filmmaker, Jennifer Peedham, she's cut her teeth in various adventure films in the past. This is actually a follow-on, if you like, a kind of, not a sequel, but a follow-on from a film that she did in 2016 called Sherpa, which was very focused on Mount Everest, and that there was quite a lot of intrigue around the Sherpa community around Everest. This is kind of now taking it to the opposite side of the scale, where it's more about just that allure and that creativity behind it. And it's a partnership with the orchestra in Australia, so that's like...
It looks mesmerizing,
right.
so kudos to you for getting this scoop. You can see Mountain premiering at the Cape Town Adventure Film Festival. We'll have all of those details for you. We're going to chat about one more of these majestic films after the break. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Glad that music is quite uplifting, because the content we are featuring today is taking me to another place entirely, another incredible film making its debut at the Cape Town Adventure Film Festival, which has got me really excited. This week is made by South Africans, of course, which makes it even better, and it's called The Longest Hole, and it documents the journey of golfer Adam Ralston and adventure filmmaker Ron Rutland as they play the world's longest hole of golf, 2,000 kilometers across Mongolia over 80 days. What on earth? And they also managed to gain an unexpected party member along the way.
So when you see someone on the road passing you and they say Mongol Nohor, meaning Mongol dog, we've come to the conclusion that Mongol dog doesn't just mean like, oh, that's someone's dog in Mongolia. Mongol dogs are almost a species on their own. I've seen him kill things. I've probably seen him kill 50 things. He's crunching up dry bones, you know. But the thickness of this fur, like, it's crazy. Like, it's probably got like 4 layers. It's been -1, -2 frost on the ground. He just curls up and just takes it. Don't get this confused that we are feeding the dog all the time and he's following us, because it's not like that at all. The cart is his home now. He guards it with his life. It's not as simple as just like, oh, there you go, no food. All right, he'll wander away. He's got the same domesticated mindset as a dog living at home. So that's going to be really difficult to break, as much as he is a terror. But he is an awesome dog.
Man, it's just, I'm just picturing the goodbyes. That's what's breaking me there. But so you go with this planning with already an unbelievable story to go and document,
Yeah.
the world's longest hole. And then the real narrative starts emerging once you're there, once all of the planning is out the window.
Yeah.
Is that what adventuring is all about, man?
Absolutely. I mean, you can see in that story, so the longest hole is about 2 guys that go off to Mongolia to play a world record, essentially. The longest golfing hole across Mongolia from west to east. And then this story of this animal arriving to join them along this journey throws a whole different dynamic into it and changes the dynamic of the actual journey to the extent where, like it is a bit sort of soppy stuff. I mean, they've got to say goodbye to the dog in the end. I won't give anything away, but there's an emotional attachment between all 3 of them, and it drives that dynamic behind the film.
And this, I mean, take nothing away from their feat, which is absolutely amazing. But I think what really is highlighted is this: we're all connected in some way, and you can travel as far as you want.
Yeah.
But people are people ultimately.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So this, I mean, essentially, when they walk this trek through Mongolia, they're interacting with the Mongolian people. The local guys are looking after them and helping them look for lost golf balls along the way. Don't forget they were
I would imagine there are quite a few.
Yeah. So what was interesting about this is Adam here, and that's Ron in the front, the caddy. That was the official caddy. Ron again. Adam again. Adam had like a GPS tracker on his cap. So every time he hit a golf shot, he would tap the tracker, and that actually was a legit sort of pathfinder to track themselves right across Mongolia. And they were 14,000 shots over par. but they did sink a shot on the last hole of a golf course in one of the local towns to kind of round it all off, and they do now claim the world's record for the longest golf hole. And I mean, through amazing scenery. Andrew King, the filmmaker behind this, has absolutely done a spectacular job. He's wrapped it together nice. He's a great storyteller, and he brings all of that together, and a lot of it's self-shot, so you're getting a lot of stuff from the guys while they're there, and he pieces that together brilliantly with that story.
Sir, you are the Mongol dog today. Okay, you have brought us a taste of something we've never experienced.
Yeah.
James, thank you so much for putting this all together, and well done, man.
Awesome, man.
I would imagine this has been quite a journey, but
It is.
I think this is really, really special. The Cape Town Adventure Film Festival is something that you need to see. Go and expand your consciousness just a little bit. It's going to be happening in Cape Town, obviously, from the 19th until the 28th of April. Go and support local film. It's kicking off today. But I think just go and broaden your scope, man. It's an amazing world out there. James, thank you so much for joining
Thanks for having me.